Hello, friends, and welcome to That's Pretty Crafty.
Hi.
As I have to refresh my stream again because for some reason it never shows up. Like, I'm there getting ready, but it doesn't show up until I refresh it.
That's so
Computers.
weird. I really need to make sure my background is more clean. I'm looking at it on screen going, Dear God, DB.
Do I need to, zoom in more on your face?
No, you can just shift it that way towards the lights.
Okay,
Sorry.
we shift you.
Hello.
Oh, wait, no, that's shifting the backdrop. There's shifting the DB. Shifting you like that. Oh. There you go, now you're more centered.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I just need to. I just got back, so, my office is a mess because I just throw things down.
It's an office. And it's really doesn't look that messy. It just, you've got stuff on your walls and your shelves, so.
Well, I have shit on my floor. That's
Oh.
the problem. And that's what a lot of people were seeing where we
Oh.
had it
Oops.
originally. You can still see it. It's fine. I am a mess.
Can I move you any further over? I don't know that I can move you a whole lot further.
That's okay.
Move you a little.
I am shifty, Greg.
Yeah, but we like your shiftiness. It's fine.
Debatable.
Why can't I put that?
I'm also cutting up above the screen now.
Well, yeah, I accidentally moved the background.
That's fine.
I went to grab you and I grabbed the background.
It's fine. That's fine.
It's
Where
fixed.
it
It's
is
fixed now. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll just make sure I'm cleaner next time.
So hi, how you been? Okay, let's skip that question.
I was supposed to have a 4-day weekend. Guess who didn't have a 4-day weekend?
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I worked a lot.
That is
Trying to get
sad.
shit together. I hate when you try to grab DB and grab the background again.
You know,
Listen.
it's such a thing.
I'm a problem child and everybody knows it. No, I've been pretty good. Went to the Oddities Expo while I was in Georgia.
How was that?
It was good. It was 3 stories. It's in downtown Atlanta.
Ooh.
But it was fun.
And what exactly is it?
So, it's kind of like a convention vendor thingy where people sell their wares, but you get a lot of spooky shit and
Ooh.
bones.
We like spooky shit. We like bones.
Yes, I'm not a huge fan of taxidermy though.
Ah, okay. I
Uh,
I once kept a jar of chicken bones.
you would.
Yeah.
You see this face? This is my surprise face.
Yep. I just seem like
Anyway,
a jar of chicken bones kind of gal, I guess. Which is a
anyway,
weird
Danny,
thing to say.
we have a thing that we need to. How many books have you read?
Alright, let's see. 14. But several of those turned out to be novellas. Exactly! I need the chicken bones to keep the Hellmouth satisfied. I
I
have a
feel like
Hellmouth
the
in my
Hellmouth
basement.
would want full chickens though.
Well, we can't do that because the things that live in the Hellmouth will try to eat them.
Correct. That's how you keep them at bay. You throw in a live chicken.
No. No, the entity, the Hellmouth, just is happy with the bones. The,
Oh,
snakes that live under the house want to eat full things, so I don't put things under there. There are snakes that live under my house, apparently. I've never seen them, but we had a contractor who had to, crawl under the house to do something with a water heater. Not a water heater. A furnace? I don't know. He had to go under there for something. And he's like, you got snake skins under there. I'm like, cool.
just the skins.
Yeah. Like, as long as they're in there and not in here, whatever. Because technically that's kind of outside. I don't
Sure.
know. It's outside enough that I'm not going to fuck around with it. So,
Sure. So Danny's read 14 books in how many days?
14.
You've read a book a day? You've read a book a day.
Well, no. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I fucking have. My name is Danny. I sneeze and I finish a fucking book. No,
Well,
I'm just
no, there
kidding.
were a couple of days that I read like 3 books, so. But they were like short ones, like 85 pages. And I did nothing else but read those days. Okay, fine.
Don't mind me.
Look, I'm trying to get through my backlog because I did a thing that I shouldn't have
You
done.
did stuff my Kindle, didn't
I
you?
did stuff my Kindle. I was good. I only downloaded 32 books this time.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Look, normally on those, I'll have like 150 books. And I was restrained.
I didn't even think there was that many books on the list.
Oh no, there are probably about 100 and some.
Okay. Maybe I didn't look at the full list. None of them really caught me, so I was like, eh. So I didn't stuff my kid. I was just saying something because of the content that they were. Okay, listen. Let's not talk about my eye rolls.
We like them. They indicate that you have some patience left for me. Maybe not a lot, but some.
I have so much patience for you, Danny. It's the rest of the world that I don't have patience for.
Fair enough.
And how many crafts have you finished?
Not nearly as many as I would like. But
She just pulls out
The
like a
big one.
giant basket of fucking
No.
crafts. She's like, this is everything I finished. Ooh, it
I
turned out so
finished
good.
the dice tower. We started this like 2 years ago,
Something like that.
but I have finished it. It is all painted. It has a top coat. The thatched roof is all
Thoroughly thatched.
thoroughly thatched. I attached little scraps of embroidery floss,
Yes.
and I used all but a foot of 2 skeins of embroidery floss.
Jesus
I
Christ.
played yarn chicken. Apparently, I do that too. And then the water. Look at that shiny water.
Oh, it looks so good.
It's a nifty water effect resin paint thing that I got. And,
That's cool.
And I rolled.
It looks.
Oh, and I got like model stuff. So I've got bushes
Oh.
and little bits of grass. I put some more bushes on the back.
Oh my god.
I'm really, really happy with this.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
And then I rolled.
A nat one.
Yeah, first roll was a nat 1. Next roll was a 3. Next roll was a 2. I'm like, dude, I spent so much fucking time on you.
It doesn't give a shit.
It cares not. So,
My god.
anyway. But I did it!
I'm proud of you.
Oh, Tanya wants to see it in action. Okay, let's see if I can. We'll go with my rubbery D20. So it goes just in the back there. And that is a 9. 9. So
Huh. Not bad.
bad. Better than the 1, the 3, and the 2.
Yeah.
But that was the big thing that I have finished since last time. I feel like I need to put a flag or something on this stick.
Oh my god, put a bird.
Just a bird sitting on it.
Yeah. And a flag. Do both. Porque no las dos.
Well, I need to figure out what I want to do. But if I do, like, I can sew a little channel in a piece of fabric and make multiple flags that I can just slide on to the stick. So depending on what game I'm playing, I can have like a coordinating little character flag.
Mm-hmm. Very much stroking your rod there, Danny.
Ah, Deebs.
Your mom's not here. We're good.
She might be. She's just not chatting yet.
Oh my god, you made another axolotl?
No, this is I guess this is the same as last week. Did I have this one last week? 2
I
weeks
wasn't
ago?
here last week.
2 weeks
If
ago.
you showed this all, no, I have not seen
Okay,
this.
so you have not seen this. Okay, so I
Yeah.
showed it on Crits and Knits.
Yeah.
But I found an axolotl pattern, and my friend who has the 2 little boys is my friend who likes axolotls. And I sent him a message saying, please, can I make you boys an axolotl? And he said, yeah. So I made the first one, and he's got a floppy body and a nice stuffed squished
Oh
head.
no.
Yeah, Mom's here.
God damn it.
And I know that, well, if I were making it for Dad, it would be a pink axolotl, but Big Brother gets blue to match his blue blanket, and Little Brother gets green to match his green blanket.
But you have to make a pink one
I
for
still
Dad.
have to. I might. Although I've already
Three
made
X.
him an axolotl.
So, he needs all of them.
That's true. Whether he likes it or not, he's the axolotl guy now.
Yeah, he's gonna get so sick and tired of axolotls.
Yep. And I finished a pair of socks that I've been working on for a very long time.
Hi, Danny's mom.
Hello.
I'm sorry.
That's true. The pink axolotl does have a song. I may have to make a pink axolotl.
Eventually, we're going to have a some merch that says "Sorry, Danny's mom."
Oh, Dad's here too. Hi, Dad.
Your dad's here too. Oh no! Oh, we're gonna be on a even better behavior.
Oh no, you don't. But this yarn, I think I talked to you about it.
Probably.
I am not going to show the quilt, Mom, because I left it upstairs because I didn't work on it since last time. But this is the yarn from my dentist. Did I tell you about that? I might have talked about it on Crits and Knits then a couple of times.
You know, everybody knows that DB doesn't listen to you.
Well, there's that too. But my my dentist and his wife had a baby.
Oh,
And,
yes.
This yarn, his late mother-in-law dyed it and spun it. And he asked me if I could make it into a blanket for their baby.
Aw.
And so I'm going to use it.
Is that enough?
Well, I also have this yarn, which is left over from my wedding dress. So my dentist baby blanket is going to be made with leftover wedding dress yarn, which is
Whatever.
I have a lot of it left because I bought more than I needed because I didn't want to run out. So
Just in case, yes.
yeah, that's the thing you don't want to run out of. But I'm going to use the two of these, and I'm going to do a Stephen West pattern. I'm going to use
He's that
painted
famous
bricks.
knitter dude, right?
He is, and my dentist knows about him.
Ah.
He learned about Stephen West during the Swants era, and every time I go get my teeth cleaned, he asks, "Has Stephen West done anything interesting lately?" And it's been a thing for years.
Did you tell him about the controversy that happened?
Which controversy?
He accidentally had a not great symbol in his pattern. He changed it once people were like,
Oh,
"Ooh, buddy."
yeah. I did not mention that. That felt like a lot to talk about to the dentist.
To the dentist who has his hands in your mouth
Exactly.
the whole time.
It's a little complicated.
I mean,
Yes.
good on the designer to be like, "Oh shit, I
And he
did not
fixed it.
see that." Yeah.
Well, because that's a thing that can happen when you're designing is you are looking at things like super up close and
Yeah.
not necessarily catching anything that you're not intending to put in there.
That's why you have things like test knitters
Exactly.
and these mystery knit-alongs and
Yeah.
whatnot.
People that can be eyes that aren't yours and go,
Yeah.
buddy, and
But-
you can go, oh, fix it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
use the painted bricks shawl pattern and just make it a little bit wider and make it into a baby blanket because he will appreciate the Stephen West part of the pattern.
Yes.
I think he'll get a kick out of
That's-
that. So,
That's awesome though. So I've been writing. That's been my
Yay.
big thing. Yeah. I get on these drives to Georgia and I just have oodles of time to think.
and all the
So-
ideas.
Like, all of the ideas. So I have a new story. I've written 3 pages of a scene.
Ooh.
And it's not even like beginning of the scene. It's just like I need to get this out of my brain.
Oh, I know that feeling.
And then I had a dream last night to go with the other story I'm writing, so I need to like go back and
Ooh.
delete some shit and rewrite part of it.
Okay.
And then yeah. And then I've also been knitting.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
pretty.
Yes, this is the Slasher Barbie full skein that came with Whimsy Stitch.
Yep. Whimsy
I
stitches.
think I yes, I just went, "Oh, I think I could mark something else on the bingo card."
Oh, stash yarn.
No, I already did that one. Technically, I supported a yarn or one of our yarn people.
Oh yeah.
Um and I'm doing the Full of Woe Shroud that I got at
Ooh,
the yarn festival that we went
nice.
to. Uh, I'm not doing it in the colorway that they have on here because I was like, if I make this, would you wear it? And I had it, and my friend was like, I would wear it in pink.
Well,
Um,
we can do that. That is
yeah,
an
and I
easy
went, I
thing to
really
switch.
like, yeah, and I have like, I'll eventually probably make this, especially because I may have decided to make some creepy creature costume
Ooh.
for a Ren Fair eventually.
Okay.
I'm going I want to do like kind of like a hag that
Okay.
has more of like a porcelain doll face.
Ooh.
And I could use like the shroud to wear over my head kind of thing and around my neck.
I like it.
Um and I like the colors that are in this. And she has like dirty teddy bears and shit hanging off of her.
Nice. Okay. That's fun.
Scare the children. That's what I am
Yes.
here for.
Are you gonna knit the teddy bears?
I haven't decided if I'm gonna knit the teddy bears or if I'm going to buy like secondhand teddy bears, wash them, dirty them up, and then like try and make like glass eyes so I can put lights behind them.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I am gonna knit other things, like things that look like they're falling apart, kind
Yeah.
of stuff. This is going to be a several year long project, I have a feeling, because knitting takes time.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Unless any of my friends want to help out with this.
I would totally help
um,
with that because
hell yeah.
I love having a project that I don't have to keep afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I think like a lot of like blacks and things, and I have a corset that doesn't fit me properly, so I'm thinking about like dirtying that up quite a bit and still wearing it as a corset, but it doesn't have to fit properly, kind of
Right.
thing.
Because it will be
So,
not fitted and not
right,
proper.
right,
Gotcha.
right. I found a mask on Etsy that I'm thinking about using. Like,
Ooh,
it's a whole thing.
nice.
Yeah. I still need
That's
to
fun.
make my kobold lady though too. Sh- She's mostly done. I just gotta finish the.
We just got to make you some kobolds.
Yeah, I need to make some kobolds, and I need to finish the apron that I'm really upsetty spaghetti about.
Oh,
The waistband fell off the needles, and it's one of those very, because like you do like intricate like loops, and I couldn't figure out how to get
oh
it back
no.
on there. So I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to reknit that.
Oh,
It's fine.
that's frustrating though.
And then I also want for this character have like a staff that has like skulls and old teddies and shit all over it too.
Nice.
And maybe some like friendship bracelets that I can give out that just look
Old and creepy.
decrepit. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. I also just like the idea of wearing something and nobody knows it's me behind it.
That is also fun.
Hmm. I might put like little bells on the belt and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to draw it up first. I got to figure out what I want to do in that kind of situation.
Yeah, because when you have so many options,
Mm-hmm.
you got to narrow it down before you start, because otherwise you're just going to go a little bit batty
Ham.
trying to figure out what you need and don't need.
What I would have really liked to do, I might, instead of doing a shroud, I might do like some sort of like hood thing. Because I know there's a lot of like hood type um things on Etsy, or not on Etsy, on Ravelry that you could get patterns for.
Yes.
But I also want to I kind of want to make it like come around like here as well,
Yeah.
and make it look distressed and like it's like coming apart a little bit, but I gotta figure out how to do that
Oh,
without it
oh,
actually
oh.
coming apart.
It's, yeah, it is, you can do intentional dropped stitches.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to know how to do that really easy?
Yes.
You decide where you want it to start, and at the place where you want it to start, you do a yarn over,
Uh-huh.
and you've just added an extra stitch and put a marker in that row of stitches. And
Uh-huh.
when you get to wherever you want it to stop, you just follow down that row of stitches and drop that one stitch, and it will unravel to where you made it. And it'll stop there because it won't go any further, because that's where that stitch started.
Oh,
So that's how you get like the intentional runs without it
yes.
just running the whole length of whatever and ruining it.
Yeah. Oh my God. That, yes.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Was it the Clapote shawl that
Mm-hmm.
has intentional drop stitches like that, and you do them on like the
Bless.
second row, and you knit all the way across, and when you get to the end, that's when you drop them, and drop them all the way down the whole thing, and it creates this really cool, really cool effect.
Yes. The other thing I thought about doing is taking that, you've made it twice, I've made it once. The shawl that like has like the different colors going through it, that has the fringe on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Tyga
I f-
Hilliard one.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought about doing that, doing some of the drop stitches, but also then I still have that fringe that I could
Yeah.
cut in not even ways
Yes.
that would make it like look really cool.
Yes, very cool. And that would
Um,
be easy enough to add dropped stitches into the rest of it.
right, right.
Yeah.
And really just like mess with the
The look of
fringes and
it.
whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you could take some sort of like brush and brush out the fringes a little bit to make them
Yep.
look even rattier.
Using like a dog
Uh,
brush.
yes.
Yep. And if you use a used dog brush, then you get the bonus of dog fur mixed in with all of it and extra little bits of stuff looking weird and gross.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want the outfit to look not great, but like the mask to basically just be this pure white mask.
Mm-hmm.
But I found online one that has like like hinges, and it looks like
Ooh.
a doll's mouth, a doll's face, but then you open it and it has these like sharp looking teeth inside.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like,
Yes, please.
and then I could like paint the teeth all gross and
Yeah, you could.
yeah,
Just get it all morbid and creepified.
yes. And then
Yes.
I'd probably put I gotta figure out if I can figure out a way to make the eyes glow with me being still able to see out of it.
Right. That would be more challenging.
There's some places that give like that have those kits. I just don't know how well you see out of them.
Yeah. That is the question, because you do want to be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
Vision kind of important.
Only a little bit.
I mean, just a skosh, as I am dealing with
Just a
not being able to see. I got to put on bigger
The
magnifiers to figure out what's going on here.
the other thing that I'm thinking about doing is adding like drops of like dirt to things and whatnot. Not actual dirt, but like you can take
Like,
eyeshadow stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
or even acrylic paint mixed with water.
Acrylic paint mixed with water. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Just
snap, snap,
dirty
snap.
some shit up.
Yeah.
And I already have like a long black skirt that I'll mess up for it. Um, and do stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing.
Yay.
Just
Have
writing my silly little stories and
Have you
thinking
been
about.
doing any
Hmm?
reading?
Yes, so I finished Just Stab Me Now. I don't think I was reading it when we talked last.
I do not think so. Was it good?
It was so good.
Yay.
Very, very much if you are a writer, you will relate because a lot of it
Okay.
is this person who's writing this story is interacting with her characters and her characters aren't doing what she wants them to do.
That is how it goes.
Yeah, and she's like, and it goes into her like her real life as well, but it's just like, God dang it, characters.
Yep.
It was
Please
very good.
behave. Do
It
what
was
I want you
very
to
good.
do. I have plans for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now I'm reading something else, but I will not talk about it with your mom here.
Really, Greg? Dad jokes?
Why did the smartphone have to wear glasses? Lost all of them. Boo.
Danny has to put on her glasses when she's trying to struggle to get a knot out of her cross-stitch thread. Because
DB just struggles with it. She's like, ah.
I have I have my lighting set up so that it illuminates my face nicely. It is not a
But
setup that is good for looking at things in front of me.
correct. Take psychic damage. I want to hear about DB spicy books. You can listen to that on our new podcast, which Danny and I are planning later this week.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I forgot about that. It's fine.
I have it in my calendar.
Oh, I've got it on my calendar. I just wouldn't have thought about it until I looked at the calendar and said, "Oh, I guess I'm doing that today."
Yeah.
So the stuff I read, I finished Full Moon,
Okay.
and
I don't know what that was.
that was Dresden, book 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I'm going back and re-listening. So
Yeah,
yeah,
hell yeah.
I finished book 2, and now I'm on to book 3, Grave Peril.
Yes.
And so I'm listening to that, but also getting distracted with podcasts and things because
Danny's not the only one who doesn't need another project.
But also, I love that idea of DB and my mom doing a spicy book podcast where
No.
DB just won't talk.
My spicy books are not just spicy.
It's okay.
I'm sure you saw my message in the one group chat that we will not
Yes.
say.
The one group chat that every time it pops up on my phone, I'm like, what? Oh, yeah. We named it. It's fine.
We did not name it.
Someone named it.
We did not name it. That was specifically one person in that group chat, and it was not you or me. Which is hilarious of which friend it was.
Yes. But that's fine. Anyway. So yeah, I read a whole pile of stuff. But one of them was I've been playing around with my Kindle because I've discovered collections and that I can make collections of books. And so I've started doing that by like tropes. Because sometimes I'm just in the mood to read a fake dating or a small town romance or whatever. So I'm trying to, as I get new books, drop them into a collection or two so that when that mood strikes, I can go to that list and pick something to read. And one of them was the fake dating, fake marriage, and it's called Apple Cider and Subterfuge. And it turned out to be like a short novella, like 70 pages or something.
Okay.
But it was about these two FBI agents who've been on a stakeout for 6 months undercover as a newlywed couple next to a mob boss trying to catch him in the act.
As one does.
And we're hitting the end of their 6 months. And, like, they're not allowed to be together. They have to act like it outside the house, but inside the house, there's all sorts of supervision and monitoring and stuff to, make sure they're not getting killed. And so, yeah, they can't be anything but professional. And it's really fun to... It was a really good one. It was very short, but honestly, I don't think I would have wanted the 6 months of lead up of this case. I think the author did a very good job of choosing where to start and where to end. And then I read another another fake dating one. It makes me happy, and I'm going to recommend it to Ren because the whole series is set in Alaska. And I know it's very stereotypical, but whatever. The whole series is called the Alaska Yeti series. And it's just a normal world where Yeti exist and some humans know about them. And so this one was called Fake Dating Her Yeti.
Yes, you recommended this one to me.
Because it was so cute. Like, it was a very cute fake dating one. And I just, it was fun. It was another one that I read in a day. I read it on Valentine's Day.
As one does.
As one does.
Did you know that you can also make collections on Audible?
Yes, because I did that.
I did that for the Dresden Files.
Yep.
All of them are in that freaking list. Well, not all of them. Most of them. I don't have all of them yet.
I am so close. Just a couple more months of subscription.
I think I'm also pretty close, but I also splurged and bought some at one point because I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I need the next one.
Well, and for a while, some of them were going as part of sales.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. Danny, we've been doing a lot of talking, but you know what we haven't talked about?
Today's topic.
Correct. What are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about the Disney Marvel series Agatha All Along, which I finished 43 minutes ago. 40 minutes ago.
Patti LuPone. Oh.
Yes.
Bless. I fucking love her.
Oh. And such a good character arc, too.
That cast was stellar.
Yeah, it was. So.
Listen. No, Danny's mom. We're not doing that.
Yet.
No.
Right. So we're about to enter spoiler-filled zone. If you don't want spoilers,
correct.
Go
away.
Go away. Because, yeah, we're going to talk about all sorts of stuff, I'm sure.
Do it. Listen, 2 of us have to agree to that, Greg.
Oh, if my mom asked you nicely, you would say yes.
I don't think I would. I don't think I could.
Are you sure?
The judgment. Listen, as someone who has had to try to explain to her own mother what she's reading, no.
No, you know what would make it even more fun? Is if you only read things that were suggested by outside sources.
met me, I'm harmless.
Gonna make you explain Omegaverse to my mother.
Oh no.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You'd
Or
make
to
me
her.
you'd make me talk about the potato book.
Okay, no. We're going to talk about Agatha all along. So, general thoughts. I enjoyed it.
Yes.
It took me longer to get into than it did for
Really?
WandaVision. Yeah,
Really?
and I don't know if it
I
was
could
just
see it.
I wasn't in the right mood to be watching something, but the first 2 episodes I was kind of like, eh. And then the
Thanks,
third one I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. My big gripe about this show is the last episode. I feel like sometimes Marvel does this thing where they are like, "Oh, we have this really fun thing. Oh, we're gonna tell you what's happening, what's been going on at the very last episode." I feel like they could have sprinkled Agatha's story into the whole season a little bit, with her son and all of that.
I don't I don't know that it would have.
I mean, I don't know her son dying, no, but a little more about like her relationship with him and whatnot. Like we got a little bit, but we didn't get a lot of it. And
I
we got the rumors that everybody knew about it.
I feel like the rumors were more effective for not knowing what actually happened.
It felt very like, oh, hey, here's everything that we
Oh,
didn't tell
it
you
was very
before.
info dumpy.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated that.
But the same thing happened with the episode about Teen Billy
Yeah,
William.
yeah. Wasn't a fan of that either.
Yeah, Marvel often does those info dump things.
The info dump parts of it, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool beans. I enjoyed the show. I did enjoy it. I thought it was very fun. I thought it was very good. There's a lot of throwbacks to other things.
Yep.
The fact that the credit song for the first episode is Season of the Witch is amazing.
There were a bunch of
Music
good
in
credit
general,
songs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Music in general for that show, great.
Yeah. All the singing was pretty cool too.
Oh my God. Wasn't happy that Miss Davis dies.
No, that was very sad.
But just because I loved her so much. She was so funny, so
She really
quirky.
was.
But no, I go ahead.
When they were doing the Ouija board
Oh yeah.
and they spelled out Mrs. Hart.
Yes.
Apparently, my brain is programmed to do other things because all the letters came up, and before they said Mrs. Hart, I said Mr. Shart. Are they being 5? Oh gosh.
Danny.
That was where my brain went, and afterwards I'm like, oh, well, clearly. Yeah. That was fun.
Oh, bless. I did not get to finish my watch through before we started this.
But you've watched it before.
Yeah, so my buddy Tim and I are super big fans of like not super big fans, but we are fans of are fans of like watching things together. So we watched WandaVision together when it first came out, and for his birthday I made him a cake that said Agatha all along because that is his favorite character.
Nice.
And then when Agatha came out, we both were like, "Oh, we want to watch this together."
Yeah.
But we didn't have time until much later. So like most of the episodes are out by the time we watched it.
Okay.
I think we had 2 left, and then it took us another like 3 weeks to get together to watch it
Oh.
because he fucking travels all the time.
Yeah, people have lives.
And so do I. But yeah. I thought this overall story very good. Patty LuPone's character is my fucking favorite.
Yes.
Um,
I loved
Lily.
Yeah, I loved her episode. I liked the format where the first 2 were sort of setting things up, and then it was like character focused for each one
Yes.
based on the the
trial.
trial that they got to.
Yes.
But I liked hers and the flipping back and forth in time that suddenly made all of her weird shit
Yes.
throughout everything else make perfect sense.
What's
Oh, that
what's
was
really
beautiful.
funny about that is I went, oh, she's blip blapping through time, and Tim goes, "What?" I went, "That's exactly what's happening." And he goes, I was like, "She's a divination witch." Like, so
Oh, yeah.
her whole thing is that, and especially as she was like getting older, it was harder for her to figure out where she was in the timeline.
Yeah.
So like there were some parts where she was like super lucid about like or lucid about what was going on, and then other times when she'd blink and she'd be like, What?"
Yeah.
The episode that I like was just watching was they're in Alice's um
Where they had to play the
trial.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like, "Alice, don't." And she goes, "Don't what?" She's like, "Don't what?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. All of those are gonna make sense later.
Yep. Yeah. So that all came up in the second episode, which type of witch they all were. And I didn't
Yeah.
actually pay attention to that because I wasn't quite into it at that point. So I'm like, right, Green Witch, the gardening,
Divination
okay.
magic.
I didn't realize it was divination. So I'm like, okay, so there's the Green Witch, there's the, which were the ones I remembered? The Potions Witch,
Mm-hmm.
and the Protection Witch,
Yep.
and Agatha, and Lilia,
Yeah.
and the kid.
Yeah,
Yes,
but he
I'll
wasn't
figure it out.
technically a part of the coven kind of thing.
Right.
Um,
Oh,
Aubrey Plaza,
yeah, she was good.
so hot.
I I think I expected to see more of her. And I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you see quite a bit of her.
Yeah. I guess I just because I had no idea what I was going into other than like memes and stuff, and she was in every
Sure.
single one of them.
Sure, sure, sure,
So
sure, sure, sure.
I guess it was more of a. I thought she was a more constant character rather than just she's everyone's favorite and that's why she's in everything.
Sure.
So, in the episode where we see Teen's whole background and find out that
Yep.
he's Billy William,
Yes.
the bedroom that he's in,
Yes.
is that the set from Dawson's Creek?
Oh, I
That's
don't
Dawson.
know.
I think that's Dawson's bedroom from Dawson's
Oh,
Creek.
that's hilarious.
So now I have to
But
go back and watch Dawson's Creek and go back and watch that because I think it's the same room because of where the posters were and the closet that Joey would go sit in, and then there was the door to the downstairs, and then there was the shelf.
So
I feel like it was Dawson's room.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I never watched Dawson's Creek. I am too young.
We are going to have to do a Dawson's Creek episode,
I
maybe.
don't, I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know about that.
Come on, you gotta listen to the hyperlexic kids.
1998. I was 7.
I was technically older than them. It's fine.
I
Yes,
bet
how
you.
all the stuff was in Billy's room.
Yes, yes. That I saw that happen and I went, "Oh my God." And Tim goes, "What?" And I was like, "The road was never real." At that point, and he was like, "No." And I was like, but then like I was jumping to, well, are any of the witches real or did he make them up as well because he was like
Oh,
seeing them from different parts of like, but that turned out not to be the case. Like they were actual people.
yeah.
Uh, but it was like, what the fuck?
Also, I love that all of the extras, all of the not extras, but like all of the background characters were the same characters, the same actors from WandaVision.
From yes.
I'm like, I recognize that face and that face and that face.
Yes, it was really cool the way they did it. I also liked that we kind of started in this like weird amalgamation of Agatha living in her head kind of thing.
Yes.
'Cause like you knew that Wanda messed with her head and made her just a neighbor in this. But to see that it started to like shift and warp
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah. I I have not read enough to know if they're planning to do more with this. Like it sounds like they're going to go find Tommy.
Well, I don't think they're going to be doing more specifically. Like, I think they'll do more with finding Tommy. I don't think they're going to, it might turn into more of a movie situation.
Right.
But who knows?
I
Well, and Wanda might not be dead either, so like there's all of that.
was gonna say, did Wanda die? I
She had a temple fall on her, so
Where?
oh no. Doctor
Oh,
Strange,
in a movie that I haven't watched. Okay.
correct. Which doesn't matter because the people who made that movie didn't watch WandaVision, so Wanda's whole actions don't feel very out of fucking place.
If you are going to have a whole cinematic universe, you have to pay attention to the cinematic universe. You can't just
Correct.
ignore parts of it.
You can't just pick and fucking choose.
That's not how it works.
But what do I know?
I'm just a consumer. My opinions don't matter.
Correct. In this capital hellscape that we live in.
Eh.
Okay.
So I
Uh,
find that
huh?
I am preferring the magic end of Marvel as opposed to the
Oh my
superhero
God.
end. Like, I just find it so
Yes.
much more interesting. And the characters were better. And I don't know if it's because they were all women and like actually allowed to have feelings from the very beginning and be complex, or if it's because it's one of their TV series and the TV series are generally more complex and better characters.
I yeah, no, I'm right there with you. Like WandaVision and Agatha all along, I think have been really good. But also like
Also very experimental in format, and
yes.
I like that. I don't necessarily need the same thing over and over. When I
No.
want the same thing over and over, I go to the romance novel pile
Dawes
that I've got.
the Dawson's Creek show.
Well, but even Dawson's Creek wasn't the same as anything else. By the end, its episodes were very familiar and formulaic,
Fair.
but I like seeing new stuff, especially on TV where, there's a lot out there to choose from.
Yes.
And you got to stand out somehow. And whether that's through like good
And
characters
uh,
or good plot or unique takes on things.
honestly, I feel like Marvel does that really well with their TV shows.
Yes.
Like really well with their TV
I've
shows.
enjoyed their TV shows way more than the movies lately.
I loved Loki. I thought Loki was
Loki was
so freaking
fantastic.
good.
We will have to talk
I
about Loki one time.
Yes, we will. I was not a huge fan of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I think that's because they were focusing more on that like hero aspect of it.
But
So with like WandaVision, Loki, even Agatha, these characters weren't good people. You know what I
right.
mean? And while Loki turned into a better person
He's
as
still
it
a
went
very
on,
complicated person.
yes.
Very layered, very nuanced. And they've been doing a good job of exploring that sort of thing in the TV shows. But
Mm-hmm.
even Falcon and the Winter Soldier was better than a lot of the movies.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, and then sometimes when Marvel does like fun movies,
Hmm.
the audience doesn't seem to like it. Like,
Yeah.
I absolutely loved The Marvels. I thought it was just kind of a fun movie.
I haven't
Um,
watched that one
I
because
I
I burned out.
really I really enjoyed that one. I have not watched, I've not been keeping up with everything. But I really enjoyed that one. I thought it was really fun. But other people did not enjoy it. And
Hmm.
I'm like, well, that sucks because I thought it was great. Not great. I thought it was fun.
And who was in the Marvels?
That is Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and oh my gosh, the girl who isn't she got powers because of Wanda's magic
Oh,
in WandaVision.
Monica Rambeau.
Yes,
I don't know
yes.
what her title is, but
No, 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 no. I don't either, but I was just like it was just a fun kind of silly movie. And
ah,
I'm there's a whole planet where all they do is sing, Danny.
see the thing with that movie is the characters, the leads were all female,
It's true.
and those ones are tend to do worse. Like Captain Marvel was so cool to me.
I liked I
I wanted to see the complex female superhero. We don't
yes.
get a lot of those. We get a lot of male gaze superheroes. Wonder Woman. Yeah, she was a superhero who had her own movies, but I felt it didn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And I had men saying, "Yeah, I don't know, this one wasn't great." I'm like, "It was really good. You're just not the target audience." And I had one of them argue with me saying, "No, I read comics. I am the target audience." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're
Oh, cuz
a
they're
man."
trying they're trying to branch out more.
They don't want just the stereotypical straight white comic book readers.
Yeah.
Because guess what? There's a lot more people with money than just those guys.
Yeah.
And like it or not, they want the money from everyone. So,
Shocking. Capitalism.
yeah, what a thought. But yeah,
I felt like I don't like DC's movies very much. Um a lot of them are very much very similar
yeah,
um to the other ones, which is fine. Um I do prefer Marvel, but I do think that DC puts on some pretty good TV shows.
that's what
Like,
I've heard. Is that the DC comics are really really good. Like the animated shows are really good.
not even the live action ones are really good too. I watched Doom Patrol for a while and I was like, damn, but also I'd do anything for Brendan Fraser.
Ah,
I love that man.
yeah. Oh gosh, you must have been a fetus when the Mummy came out.
I was not, but thank you.
Well, relatively speaking.
I was 8, but
Uh,
I remembered seeing it.
at 8?
Oh
Good
yeah.
grief.
What do you mean, good grief?
That doesn't feel like an 8-year-old movie.
It's not an 8-year-old movie. There was no nudity or anything in it.
No, but there's like dead things coming out
Uh,
screaming at you.
Danny, I want you to remember who
Okay,
you're
right,
talking
DB.
to.
Yes, okay, sorry, yep.
The one movie that truly traumatized me was Independence Day as a child because I was 5 when that came out, and my uncle was like, "Yeah, this should be fine."
Oh no!
Guess
No!
what? Guess what? It wasn't fine. I was
Yeah.
scared.
Do we
I
not
was
read
traumatized.
ratings? Good grief.
And also, I leaned over to my mother and went, "I think that's Will Smith." And my mom was like, "Yes, honey, it is." I was like,
At that age, you don't quite grasp actors yet.
"No, no." But I used to watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as a child, so like,
Well, that explains a lot of your humor.
thanks, Danny.
Look,
I
I
don't know if
watched
that's
it
a
too,
good or
so
bad thing. But also I just loved that show.
yeah, it was a good show.
It was a good show.
I'm trying to think if there were other things about
And
Agatha that I wanted to talk about.
for the longest time, that was my favorite actor was Will Smith.
I mean, he's good.
Yeah.
It's not like he's a bad actor.
No. The fucking Witches Road song. They did not need to go that hard with it, but
Right?
holy shit.
Yeah. I loved the variations of it too. Like
Hmm.
they milked that thing.
Hell yeah, they did.
Especially going back to the last episode where you find out where it came from.
Hmm. That
Sneaky
song
bitch.
slapped. It did.
It did.
Well, yeah. It's Agatha.
What happened to Alice?
She died.
Yeah, but did she had a discussion with Rio later?
Oh, well, Rio's death.
Right.
So it was Rio bringing her to the afterlife,
Okay.
basically.
I was washing dishes while I was watching that part, so I was a little fuzzy on it
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah,
was watching
yeah.
it on my phone screen over there. I'm like, what?
Sure, yeah, yeah, yeah. But Rio is death. That's
Yeah.
why, like, she is the Green Witch.
Okay.
She's not the a Green Witch, she's the Green Witch, as she puts it when they first
Right.
meet her on in the road. My favorite thing is that bitch knew the road wasn't real and she just went along with it.
Right.
Like, damn, girl. She's like, I just want to spend some time with my bae, Agatha.
Yeah. They had a very complicated relationship.
They were so. Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know, we didn't even see the extent of it.
No.
Like, they had already been a thing when Nicholas was born.
Yep.
But we didn't find out the origin of any of that, just that they were already a thing at that point.
Or had been a thing at one
Yeah.
point, and that happened, kind of thing.
That was very cool, and I like
Yeah.
that personification of death. That worked well for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The other thing I will say is also the Agatha's hand movements, if you like are watching her,
Mm-hmm.
are very like as if she's ready to cast a spell at any moment. She keeps her hands. Let me see if let me do this stitch and then I will like. She keeps her hands very like this
Ready to
all the
go.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though at most of the show she does not have any magic.
Right.
So,
Tanya may completely agree or completely disagree, but a lot of her hand positioning made me think of Taylor Swift and the way she holds her hands in concert.
I wouldn't know.
Yep.
I've never watched any.
One of the things we're going to have to do is the Eras tour. We're going to watch that together.
No.
Yes. It's pop culture.
No.
Come on. Fine, we'll do it on a day that I can get Tanya to be a guest.
Sure.
Or my nieces. Because
I don't know. I don't know if I. It's not that. Listen, it's not that I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm not like a Swiftie. That's not a person I am. That's fine.
mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna bash her because that's not who I am.
Right.
She's just not always my.
Cup of tea.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
We're talking about Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And
You want a Swiftie? Put my dad on the podcast. Oh my god.
Ooh. Yes. But that's the so I'm not talking about like getting all into everything Taylor Swift because there's a lot there. But I think that watching the Eras tour
Agatha.
would be a thing.
Agatha's hands apparently remind Danny of how Taylor Swift holds her hands.
Yeah. But I think that you should watch the Eras tour for the artistry of it, for the stage presence, for the performative side of it.
Eh,
Maybe.
eh,
Eh.
eh.
Okay.
The it's the problem I have with just concerts in general. I can't skip the songs I don't like.
Except you can when you're watching the Eras tour because it's pre-recorded. So you can just
True,
skip ahead.
but
Or
that would be
put it
skipping most of it.
or you put it on mute and just watch what's going on stage because that's a lot of it too. Is
Fair enough.
the extra stuff.
Also, I don't need Swifties coming in here and getting angry with me.
Well, yeah. We won't let them attack you. We're
I can
magic
see
too.
that they're both powerful sorcerers warping reality to their will. Okay.
Yeah.
But Agatha doesn't warp reality.
She
She
just
steals
steals
magic.
magic. Is that all she does? Is that just her all she does magically mostly is
N- n- I think it's how she regains a lot of her magic, but yeah, I think that's her big thing because that's how she fooled a bunch of witches into trying to find the road with her,
right.
and over the years took their magic.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is such a cool con. Like,
it is
damn
a
girl.
crazy cool con, but also, goddamn,
Like your kid make up a song while you were walking down the road and the two of you just sort of expand upon it and then he starts singing it in places so that you can give him a coin so that everyone else will give him coins and you can find like the witches
yeah.
and then it
And
grows
then
into this whole thing like
this
have you
mythology.
heard of this song? And of course you can see it on her face the first time where she wants to just you can see that she's close to saying yeah my kid made it up,
Yeah.
but with that earnestness of that first witch. Oh,
Oh,
that was
oh,
that was an insane character to play. Like
oh,
the
Agatha?
range that she had to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
and make it believable in every situation. Like I found it hard to figure out when she was being truthful and lying.
Was her mouth moving? She was lying.
Well, yes. But she was so convincing with it. If I was not an audience member who knew that everything was a lie, I
Yeah.
could see easily being swayed.
That's true. That's true. I'm on my least favorite part of this pattern.
Oh, what's your least favorite part?
So you do a row of purling, and then you do a row of yarn over knit two together.
Ah,
And I'm not a fan of the yarn over knit two together because I feel like it keeps splitting the yarn,
yeah.
which would be fine if I wasn't making this for somebody else.
That does make it feel like you have to do a little bit better job.
Yeah. Not that they would notice, but
Yeah.
shit. Also, I have to show you the thing I'm doing. If I could get this to go in there.
Well, you keep working on that. I'm going to say that I want to see more shows that showcase a range of time periods like this one and Wanda.
Yes.
Like, gosh, the 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 sort of psychedelic music thing, and then like the late '80s, early '90s sleepover,
Yes. That was 80s. That hair, that everything.
Some of that bled into the early 90s too, though.
Mm. I wouldn't know. I was a wee baby.
Barely existed.
So this is how I'm keeping track of what row I'm on because you have to do it over and over again. Tally marks on the hands, baby. The Way Home on Hallmark. What?
Yes, that is a movie on Hallmark
Oh.
that is,
Mm.
yeah, it's about time travel. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't been in
I
a Hallmark movie place, which is weird because I've been in like romance novel mind
Yeah, that is
space, but
weird for you. I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to time travel.
oh, it hurts my head.
No, it's not even that it hurts my head. Sometimes it's almost like well, it was all a dream
Yeah.
sequence, and you're like, well, then what the fuck was the point? Which is one of the things that you get into with American Horror Story did it, and they
Okay.
did it badly
Oh.
because they went back in time, took care of the person that was a problem in the future, and that just rewrote everything. And I went, then what did it matter?
Yeah.
The first half of your season doesn't matter now.
It basically doesn't exist anymore.
Correct. There's no point.
Ugh.
Um, and then you have shows like Doctor Who, where things are getting weird in the past, and the Doctor fixes it so that it preserves
Yeah.
the timeline kind of thing, which is why Loki did a pretty good job of dealing with time travel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, love-hate relationship.
This one sounds like it might be interesting. She's saying it's a look at generational trauma through the lens of time travel along the family line.
Oh, fun. We love generational trauma. We don't, but
But this might be an interesting way of seeing it.
sure.
Anyway, it's been on my
How
list
many
of things to watch, but I just
is it only 3 seasons or are there going to be more seasons?
oh, that's a good question. We'll have to let the one who's watched it tell us.
Yeah.
I have started catching up on the latest season of Virgin River. That is it's not advertised at that. Yeah, that's I would think that advertising does that might not get the viewership that they would hope
What?
for. Um, yeah, I've been watching Virgin River on Netflix, and that is not a good show, but I'm enjoying it. Okay, so they finished the third season, and she thinks there will be a fourth.
Ah, okay.
Or they're just finishing the third season. I
Doop, doop, doop.
absolutely have The Witch's Road stuck in my head now.
Of course you do. It's a banger.
It is a banger. I found myself Googling the meaning of the tarot cards that
Oh yeah.
Lilia was randomly spouting. Like, oh, what does that mean? Also, the way she took care of the seven, glorious.
You know, in the comics, the Seven is ran by her son, Nicholas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they're all related somehow. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute since I've read up on the Seven.
In the show, they explained it as the seven was the daughters of her coven that she killed.
Yeah. In comics, not the
Not the
same, but
same.
that's okay because, Marvel resets all the time.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah.
yeah. I figured Tanya would be aware of the tarot meanings. That literally crossed my head a couple of times. Oh, I bet I could phone a friend to get all the details here. But then I would have
My
fallen down a rabbit hole of all of the tarot
the
stuff.
tarot meetings, yeah.
And I needed to watch it.
My sweet, sweet girlfriend
Hmm.
messaged me and asked me if I had Hulu, if we had Hulu, and I said no, we do not. And I was like, "What's on there that you want to watch?" And she goes, "Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter."
Okay.
I read that book. That book was amazing. I enjoyed it thoroughly. That movie sucks.
Really? Oh.
Oh my god.
Well,
Oh my
I was
god.
just about to suggest that we watch that one, but no, if you hated it,
I'll I'll watch it. I won't like it. I've watched things for this movie, for this show
that's true.
that I didn't like, that made me violently angry about.
Thanks, killing.
Yep.
That was a
Thanks,
very
Billy.
bad turkey. Very bad turkey.
That was awful. And I don't know if it helped if it was because I was just watching it alone completely sober. I don't think that's a movie
Yeah,
you're
that is
supposed
no.
to
You're not
watch
supposed to watch that
sober.
alone and sober. That is not the way to watch that one.
I was so mad about it. And I feel like it was vengeance for making you watch
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Maybe.
But you were like, "Oh yeah, let's watch this.
I had so
Yay!"
much fun watching it. The turkey tweeted at me. It was awesome.
The turkey tweeted at you?
Hmm.
The turkey has a tweet.
So this was a while ago when I first watched it. I think it was like 2011.
I barely graduated high school.
Oh god. Anyway, I watched it with a couple of friends, and I was live tweeting as we were watching.
Oh my god.
And the turkey had a Twitter account and was tweeting back at me. I'm like, oh gosh. Okay.
Oh my god. I don't know if you're on the internet as much as I am, but been have you been seeing the shit that Duo is doing?
That who is doing?
Duolingo?
I've only vaguely heard about it.
Yeah,
They killed their bird. They're blaming Drake.
kind of. It all started because of the Super Bowl, where Kendrick Lamar
Absolutely murdered
Who?
Drake.
threw mad shade at Drake.
Right.
And there's some sort of like owl that is associated with Drake. I think it might be his record label or something like that. And that has
Okay.
kind of gone away.
Okay.
So Duo jumped on this bandwagon.
Good grief.
And if you have the app on your phone, the bird looks dead on the app. Like X's in its eyes and everything. Honestly, it got me going back to Duolingo, but whatever.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
So
The fuck?
Duo's like posted things on TikTok, like they put their mascot in a casket and everything. And then on top of that, I'm sorry, we're getting way off topic.
Yeah, no,
but
that's
here
fine. We covered
Um,
our topic. It's cool.
there's a so they put out a thing where the owl is dead. Dead by Daylight retweeted and had a picture of the Duo owl in the Dead by Daylight setting that says, "Not even you escaped. Not death is." Their tagline is, "Death is not an escape," and they have two like of the killers ready to come after the owl. Freaking
Okay.
Twitter talks about made out a thing that said all birds go to heaven, and it had the original Twitter symbol and Duo.
Oh.
And Duo goes, "Yep, both got killed by a Cybertruck." And I'm like, what?
What? Oh, okay.
I'm like,
Wow.
Duolingo is crazy.
That, yeah.
And I'm just over here like, how long are we going to like do this, Duo? When is my app not going to be a dead bird?
The internet is absolutely wild.
I love the internet.
I don't know if I do or not.
I mean, listen, sometimes,
It is. It is something.
yeah.
Yeah. I still don't quite get the connection about
I
why it's dead, but you know,
I don't either, but it has something to do with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Not to mention that Kendrick Lamar had Selena Williams
Serena,
dancing
yeah.
Serena, who is Drake's
Drake's,
ex.
yeah. Who he is weirdly obsessed with and keeps calling her out on stuff.
I love her. My grandfather loved her, but he was really big into
Tennis? Yeah.
tennis. Yeah. Yeah.
I was never big into tennis, but
Nah, me either.
yeah. I might have done a couple of deep dives into the lore behind that song
Oh.
cuz there's a whole bunch available now.
Oh, of the Witches Road?
No, no, of the
Oh,
Kendrick
the
Lamar.
Drake?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the Super Bowl performance in general. Holy crap. So full of symbolism. Like so full of symbolism.
it's true.
I'm just yeah, that axolotl song is a lot. It's
I don't know
everywhere.
what this is.
Have you not heard the pink axolotl song?
Apparently not. I must not be on that side of the internet.
I mean, it's not a bad side to be on. There are certainly worse things.
Oh, 100% there are worse things. Uh, we're not going to talk about some of the sides that I have gotten onto the internet.
Oh no, no. We don't need to talk about those.
I I think sometimes they forget that DM means dungeon master in the D&D sense of things.
Oh, a lot of people understood all that symbolism. Like not everyone got all of it, but a lot of people got a lot of it.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, so I don't watch the Super Bowl. I think I was up here doing my own thing.
I did not
But
watch it live. I was doing other stuff. I was actually playing tabletop games.
I think I was too, which is kind of normal for me.
But I watched the performance later. I found it on YouTube. And damn. Like, oh, so much from like the PlayStation controller symbols to the game over at the end and Samuel Jackson and his spiel as Uncle Sam and yes,
That's cool.
we will talk about it sometime, Mum, and I may just send you a bunch of videos to watch so that you have more background. But damn, the way he like looked at the camera and smiled as he called out Drake. Oh,
Oh my God.
oh man, I've seen some reaction videos to that, and those are awesome. I love watching people lose their minds.
I did get to watch some of like Gaga sing in the beginning. 'Cause she did like they leading up to it, they had like different performances of
Oh,
people,
okay,
and Gaga was one of them. And I want to see her live.
okay.
I don't say that about a lot of like performers, but like I think her I think she would be very interesting to see live.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Have we milked this for all we can do,
I
Danny?
think we might have. We talked about Agatha quite a bit.
We talked about it so
Like,
much.
way more than we normally talk about our topics.
No, right? And then we got into Duolingo issues and Drake issues.
And we still talked a lot about our books and our crafting.
Yeah.
We did a good job today, DB.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of us.
Some days we pull this
And
off.
I didn't yell at you.
You didn't.
Oh, Lord.
You had a little bit of an eye roll.
I always have eye rolls. That's just who I am.
Let go of my... Sorry, my book decided to eat my needle, and that would have been a problem.
That's called a mimic.
Yes. My mimic decided to eat my needle. So,
What are we doing next time?
look, I was just about to ask you that, damn it.
No, I am not the decider of these things. I show up.
All right.
Have I watched the thing? Maybe.
Let's look at our upcoming topics list.
Have I done the homework? Who knows?
Maybe?
The fact that I got some of the episodes watched today is shocking.
What is today's date? Today is...
It is the 18th.
Well. What do we have on our list? Do you want to do a movie? Do you want to do a TV show? Do you want to do video game? Give me an area and I'll pick something.
God damn, Danny.
Movie, TV, video game.
Well, we just did TV, so maybe we shy away from that.
You gonna do a movie? Because that is like
What is-
a 2-hour time commitment. Whereas a
What?
video game is a lot more sometimes.
Depends on the video game. Sure, let's do a movie.
Okay.
What
Go to
movies do
our
we have
list.
listed?
In our list, we have, and audience, please participate and tell us which one you want, or if you think of something else. We have Clerks, The Producers, Mel Brooks movies in general.
We already did that, didn't we not?
Mel Brooks?
Well, we did Spaceballs.
We did Spaceballs.
And we've done Spaceballs, we've done Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah. We could do The Producers, which is also Mel Brooks. We've got,
Which version?
oh. I like the Nathan Lane version.
Yes, that is the correct answer. It is the superior version of that story.
It is. It is. Don't Look Up. That's a horror movie, right?
It's The Sky is Falling, no one is listening to science. I don't know if I can handle
Oh,
that
gosh,
when our own
that's
country
just real life
isn't
right now.
listening. Yeah.
Also on the list, Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
We
That's
would have
that's
to do
a
that with Red.
Yeah, that's a dedicated. That's some dedication
To
there.
dedicate, yeah.
Monty Python and the
Right.
Holy Grail. What else? We've got Jurassic Park, X-Men, Labyrinth.
Fucking David Bowie.
I've never seen it, so. I know.
You're gonna watch this movie and go, oh, this makes so much sense that DB watched this at too young an age. And this is the reason she is the way she is.
Okay. We also have Willy's Wonderland, but I feel like that's a no from you, dog.
It's not a no from me, dog. It's just that I
You're not a Nicolas Cage kind of fan.
I don't hate him. Like, I don't hate him.
Right.
I find it very funny that he is in Dead by Daylight
Is he?
only only because his son is a huge Dead by Daylight fan, and it took them forever. It took them forever to get a hold of him because Nicolas Cage doesn't have any social media. So,
Ah. Okay.
uh, that's a maybe. I don't know if I
Okay.
have it in me to watch Nicolas Cage right now.
Okay. So those are the official on the list.
Okay.
But there's
That's it.
also that. Well, that's all that we had brainstormed earlier.
Dear God,
Um,
what's wrong with us?
I, if we want to go light and fluffy, there's always Legally Blonde.
Oh God, no.
Okay. Does anyone have suggestions for light and fluffy movies?
I my sister at one point watched that movie so much. I I don't know if I could like watch it and still
What about
like oh
the
God.
musical?
I please no.
Okay.
My father is currently working on a musical. I don't need two
Okay.
musicals stuck in my head. He's working on How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
Okay.
A unicorn store. What the fuck is that?
A unicorn store.
That doesn't sound light and fluffy. That sounds like a unicorn's gonna die and the DD is gonna be sobbing.
I'm trying to get to my library of movies. Let's see.
Emotional damage.
Oh, if we want to go like 1999, 10 Things I Hate
Okay.
About You. Have you watched that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's
I
like a
it's just
modern
Taming of the
telling of Taming of
Shrew.
the Shrew.
Yes.
And so we can talk about like we could like be intellectual about it. Or not. We could just talk about how
Us
Heath Ledger's hot. I don't know.
us intellectual? No.
Yeah.
Um
What else do we have?
how do you feel about Jurassic Park? Would you want to watch that? Have you seen it?
Are you talking the original?
Yeah.
I could do Jurassic Park.
The I mean, if we're going to do Jurassic Park, we have to start with the first one.
Yes.
Like, there's no jumping around willy-nilly.
Okay.
We don't talk about the second one, but we will watch the second one eventually, even though it is the less superior movie.
Okay. So
Uh,
Jurassic Park for 2 weeks from now,
yeah,
with
easy pizza.
potentially more Jurassic Park versions after that, so that we can talk about them.
I love those movies. I have always loved those movies. It's just that the second one is I don't think it's as strong as some of the other ones. And then the last Jurassic World.
I've only watched Jurassic Park. I've not seen any of the others.
You've not seen Jurassic Park 2 or 3?
No.
Danny. Danielle. We're gonna have I need We're gonna have to do like a girls' sleepover 90s style with all the pillows and blankets, and I'm gonna have you and Ren sit down and watch movies.
Okay.
My God.
We can do that. All right, so I'm going to take Jurassic Park off of our list of things to watch.
There's so much to look forward to, it's true.
And, oops. I'm going to add Don't Look Up. Which
I
may come in the future.
Oh yeah. I have a feeling, yeah. Your mom said no to Monty Python. Why?
Um, because my dad's a big Monty Python fan, and she is not.
Oh, what's wrong with Monty Python?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
But no,
I
she
really
just,
like Spam a lot.
I've never seen Spamalot or listened to it.
What? Did he?
Do I need to add that to the list?
Yes.
Should
I don't know
what?
where you could. I don't know where you can watch it though. The only places I've seen it is on like the stage, at like community theaters and stuff like that.
I'm
The
sure.
the original had fucking Tim Curry
Okay.
as as King Arthur
All right. We will.
and David Hyde Pierce as Sir Robin.
Okay. There's got to be a place to find this on the interwebs.
If not, you at least need to listen to it.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Wait, Unicorn Store has Samuel L. Jackson and Brie Larson.
So it's a Marvel movie. Got it.
I mean, no, but
but also yes.
Samuel L. Jackson has done lots of things. Snakes on a Plane isn't a Marvel movie.
Why haven't we talked about Snakes on a Plane?
I don't know, but that's going on the list, man.
What a stupid fucking movie.
Yes, it was, and I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll hold up at all.
I don't know. I just remember this, like, when they used to make spoof movies of things, that they did a spoof of that scene, and he's like, I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. And she's just like, why are you yelling? And he goes, I'm Samuel L. Jackson, bitch. And that's it. That was all it was. And I was just like,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah, we're gonna add that to the list. We're gonna add the Unicorn Store to the list.
Yeah. Oh, I do have some suggestions for holiday movies.
Really?
Yes, not in the fun, we're in love kind of holiday movies,
Okay.
but the more, oh, this is definitely a horror movie kind of holiday movie.
Okay.
So there is a movie called Black Friday. You guessed it, takes place on Black Friday.
Oh, I've heard about this one.
Yes.
I think they had it on an episode of Ruined.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It is, I don't think it's scary because it's very, very low budget and it has my boy, Bruce Campbell, in it.
Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe it... I seem to recall reading about it. Maybe I read an article about it?
Anyway, it's funny. The other one is It's a Wonderful Knife.
Okay.
Which is also what it sounds like.
Yes,
Holidays?
Horror Days.
Horror Days, yes. There's also the Thanksgiving one, but I didn't really watch it.
Okay.
I should probably sit down and actually watch it.
Oh, what's the Christmas one I watched this year? The new one.
Oh, did I fuck
Red
this
One.
up?
Did you watch Red One?
Oh, I did not, no.
We might have to do that for next year. It was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Really?
Yes. It was campy and ridiculous.
How did I do this?
Magic? Because you're a sorcerer?
I managed to get my stitch marker stuck.
Oh no. That's sad.
Yeah, it's definitely because it's the one you gave me.
Oh.
So now I'm gonna have to fucking I'm gonna have to bend it to get it not stuck. How did that happen? This is the second time this has happened.
Is it one that I need to like close the loop on more, maybe?
No. Cause like the loop is closed. Like that's not much. And it's not a thin piece of yarn.
But sometimes yarn, especially fingering weight yarn, will get through that gap.
It's happened twice. I'm not a happy girl.
Sorry.
not your fault. It's my fault. I am the silly bitch who did it.
Hmm.
You know what's really nice about this year?
What?
We can talk about anything and work on anything.
That's true. We are not necessarily theming along with our projects this year because we
No.
have stuff to finish.
The review I heard was it was way better than I thought it would. Are you talking about Black Friday? Because yes.
But also Red One.
Oh, I have not. I have not watched that one. I probably should.
We'll make it next year holiday stuff or later this year holiday stuff.
Yeah. All of the Christmas stuff. Ugh. Do 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 do.
Mana mana.
Do 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 do. How's whatever you're working on? What are you working on? I didn't ask.
That's right, we didn't talk about that at all today.
No, we didn't.
I have been working on cross stitch.
Which one?
Hold on, I gotta finish untangling my floss here. I am working on the Princess Bride one.
Oh. Oh my god.
Because it is so big and so not done. But I have been. Oh, it's all blown out because they're all super
There's
pale
so
at this
much
part.
light.
No. Oh, yeah. No. You can sort of see her hair now. But I finished Buttercup's hair, Wesley's
Princess
hair.
Buttercup.
I finished the giant's pants, and I'm about to start on his hair.
Andre the Giant.
Yes. Fezzik.
Fezzik.
Starting on Fezzik's hair. So that will be what I work on for the next little while. This is the one that I've decided is going to be my current finishing project.
Fair enough.
I want to get this done because it's cute.
Need to actually cast on a different project.
Oh?
Yeah, I got to do those hats.
Oh, yeah.
The problem is none of my knitting needles were fitting correctly, so I had to get new ones.
Oh.
That measured out to 16 inches while on cable. So I just bought ones that weren't interchanging.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a problem when I have to go in and change out the needles, but it be what it do.
That's a problem for future DB.
Yeah, future DB is going to be pissed.
Well, yeah.
I don't understand why I would, like, it's like, oh yeah, 16 inches and with the needles on. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any cables that are short enough for that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. Because I think my longest or my shortest cable, the cable itself is 16 inches.
Okay.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I've got a couple that are like 12-inch cables or 10-inch cables.
Yeah, I thought I had 10-inch ones. The other problem is I really wish they would put like, and this is probably just me bitching, that they would just put something on the cable that was like, oh, this is this length.
Now, it depends on which cables you get. My Chalgus have that on the cables.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Chalgu interchangeables that I use have that on the cables, which is really nice to have.
Yeah, I'm going to have to probably look into those eventually. Because I have nitpicks.
Yeah, their cables do not.
No.
And their cables are all the same color, right?
No, I have some black ones and some green ones.
Okay.
But they come, that's like their sets come in that.
Yeah.
So not like, so I can't look at a color of the knitting of the cable and be like, oh, that's this.
My Knitter's Pride cables. Knitter's Pride are color coded.
Oh, jealous. Do they fit like knit picks needles?
I can't remember if they're compatible or not. A lot of them are
Mm,
not compatible.
boo. That's how they get you.
Yep. So you have to invest in their whole set.
Boo.
I also just have a whole bunch of fixed circulars, especially 16-inch, because that's hat sized. I've got
Yeah.
I've got probably a half dozen different sizes.
I should have come to you, been like, Daddy, do you have these too that I could borrow that you're not currently using?
Probably because I'm not making any hats right now, and I use them almost exclusively for hats. So
Yeah. I needed like 4 and 7.
I've got both of those.
Yeah. It's fine. Now I do too.
Yay!
Hooray.
So you can make all the hats in the future.
I bet I make these 3 hats and then I don't make another fucking hat for a while.
But the next time you do, you'll have the needles for it.
Fucking hope so, because I am also notorious for losing needles.
Yeah.
I'm missing just a whole thing of needles. No idea where they went.
Are they like circulars or
Yeah,
I
I'm missing. They're the interchangeable ones. They're my wooden ones.
oh
I'm
no.
missing them.
Oh man. That's harder to keep track of if they're not in a pouch. Or is the whole pouch
The,
missing?
the whole pouch is missing. They're in the pouch they came in.
Ah. They're just somewhere.
You know what else is missing? The wooden double point needles I got to make the fucking kobolds.
Have you looked have you asked your cats?
They they're in the pouches, so it's not like they've taken them out of the pouches. I've put them somewhere.
Ah, yes. Somewhere safe, I'm sure.
Somewhere stupid, probably.
I have friends who have a giant cabinet in their living room that they call someplace safe. So every time they put something someplace safe, they shove it in the cabinet.
I should really figure out where my shit is. I have a whole toolbox for this shit, but no. DB put it somewhere else.
Well, because you were done with it somewhere else. You weren't done with it by the toolbox.
Silly me.
It's all good. All right. But we have decided that next time are we going to be back in 2 weeks? March 4th? Is that still good for you? Theoretically?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I
I'm
don't
not
know. Sometimes
gonna
you have
be anywhere.
plans.
No, I don't think I have plans again until May.
Okay.
Uh,
So we'll be back
and
March 4th to talk about Jurassic Park and finish
yes,
more stuff.
chess.
Maybe I'll find like a dinosaur themed project that I haven't finished.
No, Danny. No.
Like one that I haven't finished.
Do you have a dinosaur project you haven't finished that you've
Probably.
started? Lady, we need to talk.
Or maybe I've got some socks that have a pattern on them that looks like scales. Dinosaurs have scales? No, they don't. Yes, they do.
I mean, they do in Jurassic Park because they didn't make them correctly. They're
Accurate.
supposed to be giant. They're supposed to be giant birds. But also, Jurassic Park has Sam Neill in it, and I love him.
Okay. Well, we will talk all about your love for Sam Neill next time.
You need to make a collection of your works. Yo, like you do books, yeah.
Yeah.
They should really have a place for that.
I mean, there's Ravelry.
That's not.
that only works for my
User-
knitting.
That's not user friendly either. Not
Really?
really. I don't think their like project tracker is very. Danny, should we develop an app?
We'll just call it Shit I'm Making.
Yes.
Okay.
Shim.
There we go. Or maybe we'll just call it Whip Tracker.
Now watch me whip. Now
Ooh.
watch me nay nay.
And we'll have options for, like, all kinds of whips.
Yes.
Like, not a
Are
lot
we-
of drop downs, just type in your own things.
Are we really thinking about doing
Oh gosh,
this?
we don't need another project.
I think we might.
Our next whip is a whip.
Our next whip is a fucking app.
Damn it. I don't do that kind of
Add
coding.
it to the list of projects you can definitely take on.
Yep. Yep.
I
That
hate
sounds like a
being
plan.
called out like this. Thank you.
I mean, is she wrong?
Yes.
No.
Listen, we're doing fine. If we stay busy, the sadness will stay away.
If we stay busy, we won't notice the world burning. And on that happy note, thanks all for watching.
Next time.
We'll be
Bye.
back. Bye.